You've seen it before. You're scrolling through flight maps online, tracking planes across the globe, and you notice something strange. There are planes everywhere, over Europe, North America, the Atlantic, but when you look at the Pacific Ocean, that massive body of water covering nearly half the planet, it's almost empty. Why don't planes fly over the Pacific Ocean? Is it dangerous? Are they hiding something? Or is there something else going on that nobody's talking about? Today, we're going to uncover the truth. And trust me, it's way more interesting than you think.
Section 1, the misconception. Let's start with what you're probably seeing. Pull up any flight tracking website right now, Flight Radar 24, FlightAware, whatever you use, and zoom out to look at the Pacific. You'll see flights hugging the coastlines, maybe some flying near Alaska, but the middle? It looks deserted. Compare that to the Atlantic Ocean, where you can see dozens of flights crossing at any given moment. The difference is striking. It genuinely looks like planes are avoiding the Pacific on purpose. And people have noticed. Online forums are full of theories. Some say it's because of magnetic anomalies. Others claim it's too dangerous, that if something goes wrong, you're just done. There's even been whispers about secret military zones or navigation issues. But here's the thing. Planes absolutely do fly over the Pacific Ocean. In fact, it's one of the busiest flight corridors in the entire world. So, what's really going on?
Section 2. The map is lying to you. The answer comes down to something you probably never thought about. The map you're looking at is lying to you. Not intentionally, but it's distorting reality in a massive way. Most online maps, including flight trackers, use something called the Mercator projection. It's that flat, rectangular map of the world we're all used to seeing. The problem? Earth isn't flat and rectangular. It's a sphere. And when you try to flatten the sphere onto a rectangle, things get weird. The Mercator projection stretches areas near the poles and compresses areas near the equator. Greenland looks massive, almost the size of Africa, when in reality, Africa is 14 times larger. The further you get from the equator, the more distorted everything becomes. This distortion doesn't just affect how big things look, it completely warps how we understand distances and routes. Here's where it gets wild. The shortest distance between 2 points on a flat map is a straight line, right? But on a sphere, which is what Earth actually is, the shortest distance is what's called a great circle route. And when you draw that route on a flat Mercator map, it looks curved, sometimes dramatically curved. Think about it like this. Imagine you're an ant on an orange, trying to walk from one point to another. You wouldn't walk in a square pattern following lines of latitude and longitude. You'd naturally walk along the curve of the orange's surface because that's the shortest path. That's exactly what planes do.
Section 4. But what about safety? Now I know what some of you are thinking. Okay, fine, the map is distorted, but isn't it still dangerous to fly over the middle of the ocean? What if something goes wrong? Great question, and aviation regulators have thought about this extensively. There's actually a specific certification called ETOPS, which technically stands for Extended Range Twin Engine Operational Performance Standards. But pilots jokingly call it engines turn or passengers swim. ETOPS ratings determine how far a twin-engine plane can fly from the nearest airport where it could make an emergency landing. Modern aircraft have ETOPS ratings of 180 minutes or even 370 minutes, meaning they're certified to fly that long from the nearest airport with just one engine if needed. Airlines don't just randomly fly wherever they want. Routes over the Pacific are carefully planned to stay within these limits. There are island airports throughout the Pacific, Honolulu, Guam, Wake Island, Midway, and others that serve as emergency options if needed. Plus, modern aircraft are incredibly reliable. The chances of a twin-engine failure on a modern jet are astronomically low. we're talking less than 1 in a billion flight hours. You're statistically safer on that flight over the Pacific than you are driving to the airport. And here's something else. Planes also fly over the Atlantic, the Indian Ocean, parts of Antarctica, and other remote areas all the time. The Pacific isn't uniquely dangerous, it's just uniquely large.
Section 5. The real factors. So we've established that planes definitely fly over the Pacific, and the routes make sense when you understand sphere geometry. But there are some other factors that affect exactly which routes planes take. Jet streams play a huge role. These are fast-flowing air currents in the upper atmosphere that can either speed you up or slow you down dramatically. Pilots route flights to take advantage of tailwinds and avoid headwinds when possible. This is why your flight from New York to London might be an hour shorter than the return trip. Weather is another factor. Pilots avoid severe storms, volcanic ash clouds, and areas of extreme turbulence when possible. Routes can shift day to day based on conditions. Air traffic control sectors also matter. The Pacific airspace is divided into different control zones, managed by different countries, and flights need to coordinate with multiple controllers during the journey. And yes, fuel efficiency is considered. Even a slight deviation that saves fuel can add up to millions of dollars for airlines over a year. But none of these factors mean planes avoid the Pacific, they just affect the specific paths they take across it.
So there you have it. Planes don't avoid the Pacific Ocean. You've just been looking at a distorted map that makes their routes look strange. The truth is actually more fascinating than any conspiracy theory. We're so used to seeing the world as a flat rectangle that we forget we're living on a spinning sphere hurtling through space. And the mathematics of sphere geometry means the shortest path often looks nothing like what our flat map-trained brains expect. Next time you're on a long-haul flight, pull up the flight tracker on your seatback screen. Watch as your plane traces that curved path across the globe. You're not going the long way around. You're following the ancient mathematics of spheres, taking the most efficient route possible. Want to see this for yourself? Download Google Earth, grab the measurement tool, and start tracing routes between cities. Compare what the shortest path actually is versus what looks straight on a flat map. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. The Pacific Ocean isn't being avoided, it's being crossed by thousands of flights every single day. You just needed to look at it the right way. If this blew your mind, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos that challenge what you think you know about the world. Drop a comment and let me know, what other common misconceptions should we tackle next? Thanks for watching and safe travels.